Although female mice should never be housed alone, male mice are an exception. Although they do love living with females, obviously if you haven't had them neutered or you decide not to get them neutered, then they're going to have their own bachelor pad. Bob here has his own bachelor pad. He was a rescue mouse that I got from the RSPCA, and unfortunately they didn't actually know how old he was, so when it came to deciding whether or not I was going to get him neutered, I almost did, but I decided that given that I didn't know his age, I didn't want to run the risk of putting him through that operation, especially also as he's a really chilled out mouse and he's generally really happy. So instead I get him out every day and we have free roam time, and then I just make sure he has a really enriching enclosure. So here I'm just showing you lots of little bits that I like to put into his enclosure. So Bob's enclosure changes on a weekly basis, as it does with my girls. I always add new toys in, new things for them to explore, new types of food. So in this week's enclosure setup, I've built his sleeping area underneath this layer of bedding already. So underneath that bridge is a tunnel going underneath, and when he goes through that tunnel, there's actually a soft round tunnel, like a fluffy one, underneath all of the bedding so that he can sleep in there, or he can choose to come up and sleep in the hammock as well. As I've explained in one of my previous videos, ammonia that comes from urine that's sprayed around the enclosure is something that can cause respiratory disease. So it's really important that the bedding is obviously changed regularly. Now with male mice, they do spray a lot, and what I do find is if the bedding is completely removed, then they're going to come and spray all over again really quickly to get their scent back. So there are a couple of ways you can combat it. The first way for me is to change the bedding 3/4 of the way one week and a full way the second week. Obviously you need to be doing your regular deep cleans of the enclosure. The second way, if you want to do that real deep clean every single week, is to remove all of the bedding but keep a portion to one side, wipe down the entire closure as you normally would when you do a deep clean, and then put some of that original bedding back into the enclosure so that they still have that scent there, and then go in and add your new bedding, and you can almost just kind of mix that up together so some of that scent is there. That's going to minimize the need for them to spray as much.